Welcome to our countdown of amazing facts about Noah's life from the Bible. Get ready to learn some incredible and surprising details, all supported by Bible verses. Let's dive in. Did you know Noah's name means rest? He truly brought peace during the chaos of the flood. Genesis 5:29. He named him Noah and said, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." The ark was as long as 1.5 football fields. That's longer than the length of the White House. Genesis 6:15. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Noah gathered animals from all over. Imagine collecting animals from every zoo in the world. Genesis 6:19. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. It took Noah 120 years to build the ark. That's longer than the lifespan of a giant tortoise. In Genesis 6:3 it's written, "Then the Lord said, My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The ark was made from gopher wood. Today, it would be like building a ship from every tree in Central Park. Genesis 6:14 tells us, "So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out." The flood lasted 40 days and 40 nights. That's like raining every day of summer vacation. According to Genesis 7:12, and rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Noah saved his family of 8, like saving your entire classroom. States, and Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. The rainbow was a sign of God's promise. It was the first rainbow ever seen. According to, "I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." Noah fed and took care of all the animals. Imagine having every pet from a pet store in your home. Says, you are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. The ark had 3 decks. It's like living in a 3-story house with no windows. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. Noah took 7 pairs of clean animals. That's 14 sheep, 14 cows, and 14 goats just for starters. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate. Noah took 2 pairs of unclean animals. That's 2 tigers, 2 bears, and 2 crocodiles, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate. The ark had only 1 door, just like a secret clubhouse. Genesis 6:16 says, "Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks." Noah was 600 years old when the flood came. That's like living through 6 centuries. According to Genesis 7:6, Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came on the earth. Noah obeyed God without questioning, like following your GPS even when it tells you to drive into a lake. Genesis 6:22 tells us, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Noah lived 350 years after the flood. That's longer than the history of the United States. Genesis 9:28 says, "After the flood, Noah lived 350 years." Now that we're halfway through, tell us in the comments which fact you find the most interesting. Every type of animal was on the ark, from the tiniest ant to the biggest elephant. Genesis 6:20 states, 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. Noah sent a dove to find dry land, like sending a messenger pigeon to deliver good news. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. Noah planted the first vineyard. Imagine planting the first ever garden. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. The ark landed on Mount Ararat. It's like parking a boat on top of Mount Everest. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah had to build the ark with his own hands, like building a skyscraper with just a hammer and nails. Genesis 6 verse 14 states, "So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out." The ark could hold thousands of animals. It was like the world's first and biggest zoo. According to Genesis 6 verse 19, you are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. Noah's neighbors thought he was crazy, like your friends thinking you're weird for building a spaceship. Genesis 6 verses 5 to 6 reveal, "The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time." God told Noah exactly how to build the ark, like getting a detailed Lego instruction book from the Creator. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Noah built the first altar after the flood. Imagine creating the first place of worship ever. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. Noah's sons helped build the ark, like a family project that took over a century. "But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you." The ark was a floating sanctuary. It was the safest place on earth during the flood. Genesis 7:23 tells us, "Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. People and animals and the creatures that move along the ground and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark." Noah knew which animals were clean and unclean, kind of like knowing which foods are healthy or junk food. In Genesis 7 verse 2 it says, "Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate." God promised never to flood the earth again. That's why rainbows are so special and hopeful. Genesis 9 verse 11 reads, "I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." Noah's job was to save life on earth, like being chosen to be the world's ultimate hero. Genesis 6 verses 17 to 18 state, "I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you." Thanks for joining our countdown of fascinating facts about Noah. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment with "I subscribe" to join our community. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.